Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the facial part of the facial artery. Now first of all, this is the picture of the facial artery in the facial part. Now the facial artery is the chief artery of the face and it is a branch of the external carotid artery. External carotid artery is further a branch of the common carotid artery, and this branch, the facial artery, is given off in the carotid triangle just above the level of the tip of the somewhere over here. Here will be the greater corner of the hyoid bone, here will be the hyoid bone, and at the level of the tip, above the level tip of the greater corner of the hyoid bone, it is actually begins, and in the cervical cord, that means in the neck, it passes through the submandibular region and finally enters into the face. So just in order to enter into the face, it has to pass through the submandibular region in the neck and then entering into the face. Okay, now the course of the facial artery on the face. Now it actually enters the face by winding around the base of the mandible. This is the mandible and this is the base of the mandible. So it actually enters the face by winding around the base of the mandible and by piercing the deep cervical fascia. What is deep cervical fascia? It is the deep fascia of the neck. So it pierces that at the anterior inferior angle of the masseter muscle. Masseter muscle is actually the main muscle for mastication process. Now at the anterior inferior angle of the masseter muscle, these arteries, that means the facial artery, is palpated over here, and that's why this artery is also known as the anesthetist's artery, because it can be palpated over here. Now as you can see over here, it first runs upward and forward to a point 1.25 centimeter lateral to the angle of the mouth. Okay, now this is the angle of the mouth, and 1.25 centimeter lateral to the angle of the mouth, it runs upward and forwards. Now then it ascends by the side of the nose up to the medial angle of the eye. As you can see, from the side of the nose, it will go up to the medial angle of the eye somewhere over here, where it terminates by supplying the lacrimal sac. Lacrimal sac is a part of the lacrimal apparatus, and by anastomosing with the, and actually over here it anastomoses with the dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery. This is the dorsal nasal branch of the, over here somewhere there will be ophthalmic artery, dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery. So over here it will anastomose with that artery. Facial artery is actually very tortuous in this course. This tortuosity of the artery actually prevents its wall from being unduly stretched during the movements of the mandible, the lips and the cheeks. Okay, so let me tell you the course again in short. First of all, it actually winds the base of the mandible, it pierces the deep cervical fascia and enters the face. Okay, at the anterior inferior angle of the masseter muscle of the mastication, that this artery is actually palpated over here, that's why it is also known as the anesthetist's artery. Then it runs upward and the forward, and it is at 1.25 centimeter lateral to the angle of the mouth, and then it goes from the side of the nose and then to the medial angle of the eye, where it actually anastomoses with the dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery. Its course is tortuous. Now the branches of the facial artery. Now the anterior branch and the posterior branch. The anterior branch on the face are large and it has named, while the posterior branches are small and unnamed. Anterior branches are, as you can see over here, inferior labial to the lower lip over here, superior labial to the upper lip, and to the anterior inferior part of the nasal septum. Nasal septum is actually the septum which actually divides both the nasal apertures. Okay, so it will supply the anterior inferior part of the nasal septum, and the lateral nasal to the ala and the dorsum of the nose. Okay, now the anastomosis of the facial artery. I told you before that the facial artery has two branches mainly, that is a larger anterior and the smaller posterior one. So the larger anterior one anastomoses with the similar branches of the opposite side and with the mental artery, while the small posterior branch anastomoses with the transverse facial and the infraorbital arteries. Remember, two arteries, transverse facial and the infraorbital artery, anastomoses with the small posterior branch of the facial artery. At the medial angle of the eye, terminal branch of the facial artery anastomoses with the branches of the ophthalmic artery, that means the dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery. Now this is therefore a site for the anastomosis between the branches of the external and the internal carotid artery. Why? Because the facial artery is a branch of external carotid artery and the dorsal nasal branch of the ophthalmic artery is a branch of the internal carotid artery. So this we can consider the medial angle of the eye is a site of the anastomosis between the branches of the external and the internal carotid artery. So this was all about the facial artery of the facial part. Hope you understood it well. Thank you so much.